What's up guys, Matt from footballboots.co.uk, and today let's check out the absolute 10 best boots for kids made by Nike. To be classed as a kid's boot, the sizing has to range anywhere between a UK 10 to UK 5.5. Some models will have more options than others, but we want you guys to also decide which is the best option for kids. So vote in the poll cards towards the end for your favourite and tell us why in the comment section below. But let's jump straight into number 10. First up, we have the Nike Tiempo Rio 3, acting as the scaled down version of the Elite Tiempo Legend 6 due to their lack of a mid-range kids legacy model. Costing just £27, the Rio 3s are incredibly good value for money and also cater for junior sizes ranging from kids UK 10 to UK 5.5. But what do the Tiempo Rio 3s offer? Well, the upper is constructed from a leather-like synthetic which is reasonably soft and supple, but also well padded for a touch of extra comfort and protection. There's been some absolute stunning Tiempo colourways this season, and the latest all-out Volt paint job within the Radiation Flare pack is no doubt the standout so far. Number 9, we have the lowest tier model of the recently upgraded Hypervenom Fade 3. Similar in price to the Tiempo Rio, the Hypervenom Fade 3s can be purchased for a reasonable £33, however use a completely different synthetic upper which prefers a more textured design. Unlike the Elite tier Phantom 3 model, the upper itself isn't constructed from Nike's premium Flyknit material, and the reptile-like texture also doesn't feature any internal reactive pour-on-pod technology. But nevertheless, the Hypervenom Fade 3s are both comfortable and will be a good option for younger players with slightly wider feet. As seen with the Tiempo Rios, these Fade 3s come available in a large size range from UK 10 to UK 5.5. A fact which isn't the case with the more expensive and elite tier models coming up later in the video. Number 8 is Nike's control theme boot to feature, the Magista Opus 2. Looking incredibly similar to the Elite men's model, the Kids Magista Opus 2 uses the same 3D touch areas for an extra cushion feel, however the upper itself is an alternative standard synthetic rather than an adult's Kanga-like example. Costing £40, again the Kids Opus 2 is fairly priced and available in the extensive junior size range. The fit of the boots will also be good for wider foot types, something the upcoming Mercurial models don't offer. Similar to the Tiempo Rio, the latest Opus 2 Radiation Flare colourway is an absolute stunner in all-out total crimson. Number 7, we take a single step upwards within the Hypervenom Silo to feature the Phelon 3. So there's no doubt the previous Fade 3 and these Phelon 3s look incredibly similar, but there's actually a significant difference between each kid's Hypervenom model. The difference? Nike Skin. Nike's additional layer of Nike Skin has been an absolute hit since being incorporated onto their more premium model football boots. But what does it actually do? Well, it's actually pretty simple, but for me anyway, very important, and that's grip on the ball. Nike Skin literally lies on top of the Hypervenom Phelon 3 upper and adds just that extra sensation of grip when controlling the ball and striking it with curve and shape. Is the £45 Phelon 3 worth the extra money compared to the £33 Fade 3? In my opinion, definitely yes. But with kids' feet growing quickly, you could always argue that. Number 6, and we feature our first Mercurial model, the Kids Vapor 11 costing £45. The Mercurials have proved the most popular silo for Nike over the past decade, and that still seems to be the case, even though the new Hypervenom 3s are now really catching the eye. So Nike have actually made it a little bit confusing recently. What you're seeing on screen at the moment is what they've been calling the Kids Mercurial Vapor 11 all season, but for some reason they've now decided to change it to the Mercurial Victory 6. A reason for this? Well, to be fair, the Kids Mercurial boots aren't necessarily built to the same elite levels to the adults versions. So why should they share the same name just to drive sales figures up? That wouldn't be fair, and maybe Nike have realised this. These Kids Mercurial Victory 6 are definitely more like a scaled down model compared to just a smaller size Mercurial Vapor 11. The upper itself uses a microfiber synthetic rather than the famous Tigen material, and there's also a lack of horizontal ridges found in the Elite Adults model. But if you want a sleek looking and attack minded boot, then kids with any size between UK 10 and 5.5 should check these out. Number 5, let's up the quality of the Tiempo Silo by having a look at the Elite Tier Legend 6 for kids. Already featuring the scaled down Tiempo Rio 3, Nike Tiempo Legend 6 is the highest quality leather football boot made available to young players. But how much more does it cost compared to the cheaper model? Well, to be fair, there isn't a huge difference in price between the scaled down and Elite Tier Kids Tiempo boots, with each costing £27 and £40 respectively. Well, to be fair, there isn't a huge difference in price between the scaled down and Elite Tier Kids Tiempo boots, with each costing £27 and £40 respectively. A much smaller difference compared to the upcoming top tier boots, so stay tuned. The only significant upgrade of the Legend 6 is the higher quality construction, which sees a genuine leather used on the upper rather than the synthetic alternative found on the Rio 3. Number 4, and now getting into the real creme de la creme of kids Nike boots, the Magista Obra 2. Now don't get me wrong, I'm personally not a fan of the dynamic fit collar, but ask 100 kids which style of boots they prefer, mid-cut or low-cut, and I can guarantee at least 90 will go for the model with a collar. At the end of the day, they're marketed so well by the big brands and most kids want them. Compared to the boots already seen in this video, these Magista Obra 2s are much more expensive at £120 and they're only available in sizes UK 3.5 to 5.5. Essentially, the kids Obra 2s are the same boot as the previously seen Opus 2s, however with a collar. Unlike the adults versions with the Obra being constructed from Flyknit and Opus from Kangalite. Number 3, and this Nike boot is the ultimate model for young players whose hero is Cristiano Ronaldo, the Mercurial Superfly 5. Similar to the Magista Obra 2, the Kids Superfly 5 cost £120 and are available in the same reduced size bracket, but are they really worth the money? Now there's no doubt the Kids Superflies are expensive, they really are, but are they built with the same premium materials as the adults versions? Well no, but the main factor to remember is young kids simply want to wear what they see their favourite players wearing, it's that simple. But what we're about to show you completely changes the game. Number 2, we have the Mercurial Victory 60F. Now you guys are probably thinking, what the hell, we've literally just seen these boots, but that's not actually correct. These Mercurial Victory 60F and previous Superfly 5s are so incredibly similar, it's actually a bit of a joke, but it's not funny. These scaled down Mercurials are only £60, half the price of the supposedly elite level Superfly 5s, but I promise you there is little to no difference at all. Both the Kids Victory 60F and Superfly 5 don't feature a Flyknit upper, internal speed ribs or contoured sole plate. Instead, they are both a scaled down version. That's the truth, so choose the half price Victory 60F. So here we go, the number 1 best boots for kids by Nike, and it's without doubt the Hibern and Phantom 3DF. So we pretty much just tore apart the Kids Mercurial Superfly 5, saying how poor it is for an elite level boot and how it's so similar to the scaled down Victory 6. But these Hibern and Phantom 3DFs costing £120 are as close as you'll get to a kids boot matching their elite adults version. Constructed entirely from Flyknit, Nike have upped their game to all new levels on this kids model. And the Junior Phantom 3DFs also feature pour-on pods, fly-wire cables and a Nike skin upper. They're literally top class and the best pick of all for young players wanting the highest quality boot around. So guys, there it is, the best of the best kids boots by Nike. Let us know what you thought of each model and also what brand we should do next. Thanks for watching, cheers.